Good evening, Darwan. Thunderfoot. Well, what an exciting weekend you two have just had. It's been drama, drama, drama. All the way. Yes, everybody's favourite Muslim has managed to get himself in the middle of yet another unholy shitstorm. This time for hunting down your docs, Thunderfoot, so you could have a little chat with your employer. Now, Ali, we all want to know, we really do, just how did you think that you could get away with such an unbelievable stunt? I mean, it's half the game here on YouTube. Someone has an argument with someone else that gets nasty, and half of YouTube emails the other half with the name, address, home phone number, and complete friends list of the party who they share the least allegiance with, or at least the address of their Facebook page, which is kind of the same thing in most cases. Ali, why oh why did you think that you could get away with this? It's an honest question. I watched Halcyon's blog TV last night, and you gave the very firm impression that you felt that you were being victimized. You felt that Thunderfoot had ruined your life, and you felt justified in seeking redress. It's an honest question, Ali. You see, before your little spat with our spandex-wearing, roller-skating, model-playing flying hero of truth, logic, and the atheist way, Thunderfoot, just about nobody knew that you even existed. One badly phrased and over-dramatic video response and an equally reactionary counter-response later, you were YouTube's next big name. I always say, be careful what you want. You might just get it, and you might not like it. Well, like it or not, ultimately the reputation you now have is the product of your own actions. Now, don't get me wrong, I have seen your clarification to Thunderfoot's audience and your apology to the man himself for the misunderstanding, and I already know that you have held out the olive branch for so long now that all the leaves have long since fallen off, so you now look more like Harry Potter with a beard trying to cast the Sorryfoot spell. So I'm not making this video in some vain attempt to attack you for being some arch-villain. I can see there is some sincerity there. Just a bit. But it's there. As someone who is famous on YouTube as an enemy of reason, as a fundamentalist terrorist supporting suicide bomber training, moral espousing baby rapist apologist, and all-round utterly bad guy who hates gays, beats women, and denies science, and ignores the sarcastic tone in my voice, I want to know why you didn't think that if you did anything at all, that was not whiter than white, it wouldn't turn out into a shitstorm. It's a fair question, and one I am sure that a great many people are asking right now. Like I said, I watched Halcyon's blog TV session last night, which at one point turned into the DPR Jones show, when he turned up and got added to the Skype call and started cross-examining you. That's turned up some of the most startling revelations of the evening now, didn't it? First of all, it cleared up the urban legend that Thunderfoot called the FBI about you and deflated your street cred by half, to the point that even Rith, the physical conservative, stated that in light of new evidence, he could not support your actions. But the biggest shock was yet to come. And that is something else that I have to seriously question in your reasoning for. You state that all you want is to open up a discourse with Thunderfoot about this whole mess, yet when asked if you have contacted him, sent him a personal message about it, you said no. You said that you had made a video about it and that it was on your channel. I have to ask, Ali, do you have such a high and inflated opinion of yourself that you think that you can just make a video to Thunderfoot and that he will come running to you? Don't you get it? The guy thinks you are a dick. Why would you think that he is going to spend his spare time watching through your videos? Why should he? Who are you? You are the guy that he made famous. And don't you think that he's taken enough shit from his own viewers about his apparently bigoted views on the Islamic world already, without going one-on-one, mano with the character here on YouTube who has come to represent the very worst of Islam? Rightly or wrongly, I'm not casting judgment or making accusations. I'm just saying it the way I see it, from watching other videos and listening to other YouTubers both in your camp and outside it. This is needless drama. It's got all the sharks circling, sensing blood in the water. DPR Jones was absolutely correct. You fucked up big style and it's all your own fault. You chose not to contact any of Thunderfoot's friends and acquaintances, or Thunderfoot directly for that matter, on this issue. No, you chose to take yet another action that would be interpreted by the majority as a direct and unwarranted attack. There is a back channel on YouTube behind all of the drama, the videos and the ponage that you are more than aware of. A flow of information where YouTubers chat with each other and resolve their differences as well as discover new ones. A forum where drama gets buried and new drama is born, but you chose to use this back channel as a means of gathering information on your target rather than seek the reconciliation that you publicly claim to be seeking. So you will excuse my present lack of belief in your sincerity at this point of time. Time will tell. You have a lot of bridges to rebuild and a lot of trust and respect to earn back, and I would urge you to do this away from the glare of the maddening crowd and make it a less than public matter, because right now you are nothing more than the latest tabloid star, with all and sundry appealing to your ego to appear on their little blog TV spots in a bid to catch a moment of recognition. There are some good people out there who are willing to help you, and they are quite happy to do this without the need to tell the world about it. I think you know they are. Take up their offer and you might find again somewhere. And Thunderfoot, you are not a rock star. You are a scientist, and by your own standards and ethics, you at least owe the guy a response. Now, that response may be a clear and definitive, go fuck yourself, but I would urge you to at least listen to what Dawa has to say before you do respond. You gave him the fame and attention that he now struggles with, and it may be the fact that in this case you are the only one who can take his burden away from him. I would ask that you at least consider that. To both parties involved in this, there are only the two of you. Everyone else is inconsequential and only adds to the drama. I would strongly urge you to consider your next move very carefully. There is no benefit to carrying on this little spat. Neither of you will look good. Thunderfoot. Rock stars are the topic of conversations, the subject of the headlines for all the right reasons and a lot more of the wrong ones. They fall out of fashion as fast as spangly flares, platform shoes and big hair, and end up touring the talk show circuit, talking to other people on late night shows about their heyday and their greatest hits. This isn't where you want to be, so stop trying to head there. Call him on it. Acknowledge his plea for reconciliation. Listen to what he has to say and respond accordingly. It needn't be a public statement, a video, something for all the vultures to pick clean to the bones. It needs only to be a reply to Ali, and nobody else. Ali, getting emotional and either exploding in public, burning something down or going on a hell-bent fatwa is kind of a Muslim stereotype, and you are not helping dispel this common perception. So doing these things and expecting people to see you in any different light from the bigoted cartoon character you are painting yourself as is nothing more than self-delusion. If Thunderfoot gives you a reply, then you have got what you wanted, a response. It may not be the dialogue you want, but then again, he didn't ask you to reply to his video the way that you chose to. If you cannot handle the notoriety you have gained thanks to Thunderfoot, then that is not his problem. You are not chained to a radiator in the basement of a house in a Basra suburb reading someone else's prepared statements. The words you speak are your own, and you are judged by those, as you are judged by those who observe your actions and the way that you choose to live your life. You were not born a Muslim, and as a citizen of the United States, your continued existence does not depend on your being one, let alone pontificating on Islamic morality and other meaningless twaddle justifying an Iron Age set of myths on YouTube. Ali, these are your choices, and you can choose to stop at any time. You are as famous and as infamous only as long as you want to be. A week on YouTube is an eternity. Consider that. If you choose to pack up shop and go do something else, you will simply be replaced by the next idiot who sticks his head up above the trenches, and you will be able to get on with your life in peace, in the real world. Or are those 4,000 subscribers something that you hold too dear to let go of? Is your ego that big that it needs that much of a stroke? Is it worth more than your sanity and personal well-being? Seriously, you need to ask yourself those questions, Ali, or just shut the fuck up and move on. In any case, both of you, talk, acknowledge your differences, and deal with it. This drama's pointless, so end it.